Hello, welcome back to Wendy's Colouring, and today I thought I'd do a bit of colouring in RJ Hampson's newest one, Lost and Found colouring book. So I have done a page in this already this month. You can have a sneaky peek. But I thought I'd do, that little drawing that's a little bit smaller, almost Morgan O'Brien sized. Yeah, this little cute rabbit. So I thought I might do him as a little colour along because he's only little. So hopefully it won't take me too long. And I also have a pack of these Sakura Coupy pencil, which I got from Amazon Japan quite a long time ago. And I've not really played with them a huge amount. They're quite a strange thing. So it comes in this nice kind of plasticky case, and I'm sure there's other people that know better what these are, but they're like, it's hard to describe. It's like a plastic outer, and then you have like a pencil crayon combo inside. So it's not as soft as a crayon, but it feels a bit softer to me than a normal colouring pencil. Well, unless we're talking Prisma, but that's an entirely different thing. I think these are meant for kids. But yeah, I got them because I had no idea what they were at the time. So yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit using these. Obviously I only have this little 12 set, so I have got quite a limited set of colours, limited palette. Comes with a little sharpener, which I've not tried either, and a little rubber, which I've also not tried. I've also got out handy a colour blender pencil. I don't hate these. These have been okay. As you can see, I've started to use this one and some of it's gone. And my Dirt Blender pen might use either, might use neither. Who knows? But yeah, I thought I'd give it a go on this little Magical Bunny page on RJ Hampson, just to see how they do on Amazon paper. We'll go in a bit so you can actually see a little bit. Yeah, I've not really thought much more than that what on earth I'm doing with this page. I'm thinking I want the background quite dark because you've got these little kind of stars coming out, and I kind of wanted to make a bit of a feature of that. So I think this is a purple. They do have something on them, but is it the same code on all of them? Oh yeah, they do have a little, I don't know how well you'll be able to see. Yeah, can you just about see, can't you? So they do have some numbers on them, and they appear to be different numbers, so I'm presuming that is a colour code of some description. But I think this is purple. I perhaps should have got a bit of paper, excuse my creaky chair, so I could actually have a test of what these colours look like, because I have not swatched them. I think I did colour something when I first got them, but yeah, it is a purple. I've not really used them since, so I thought, yeah, let's give it a go. Let's see. I thought, because Amazon paper obviously has a bit of texture, they'll probably work okay on this. Oh, yeah, it's not too bad. They do feel nice on this because they are a little bit softer. But yeah, I think they're somewhere between a crayon and a pencil. I think they're basically supposed to be like a kid's pencil, aren't they? Because they're easy to sharpen and there's no wood involved. Might try and layer the lighter blue over this in a minute. We shall see. I might not need to blend it. Don't know. But yes, RJ Hampson. I have ordered couple of his hardback versions that are showing now on Amazon. They are taking a long time to get here. It's still not even giving me an actual date. I have some dates next month. It may be by, but yeah, not yet dispatched. So I'm presuming that will have to be made. So yeah, interested to see how they look, what they feel like. Obviously, hopefully, can use a bit of wet media a bit more than you can in these books, because this book does not like water, not at all. I occasionally get around it by putting an acrylic base on this paper. And as long as that's not too wet, you can get away with it a little bit then you can use a bit of metallic or something over the top, but other than that, I mainly do colour pencil work in my R.J. Hampson books, which is always my preferred, let's be honest. I'm never going to go, oh no. I have been forced to work in pencil. No. I love working in pencil. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I do like a bit of metallic watercolour, as you might know. Occasionally, here and there. And obviously at the moment, I don't do that in R.J. Hampson's books in the main, because it's going to involve some planning and effort and thinking through what I'm going to do beforehand, instead of just how I normally work and just do it. Just get on with it and do it. As you can see, one layer of this still gives you quite a bit of paper texture. So you do kind of have to press on and work a bit firmer to get the kind of darker colour tone. I'm guessing if I use the Don't blender, it will get it a bit darker as well as it sinks into the paper surface a bit more. Let's try, I don't know whether this blue is going to be too light. How light is this blue? Pretty light. Yeah, give it a go. Give it a go. And I might need a bit of darker, I think, where the two meet. So the purple is quite strong. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't hate it. I'm tempted to see what a blender will do, just a normal blender. Just make sure the end of it is clean. And I'm wondering whether this is the best one to use. We'll try it, we'll try it. It's quite firm, this colour one. But part of me wants to like them because they're cheaper. Prismacolor ones are, I think they're £10 for two at the moment on here in the UK. And I'm like, that's quite a lot, that, isn't it, for something you'll use quite quickly. Whereas these were very cheap. Not done a terrible job. Where is my little brush gone? It's hidden behind my teacup. Now, will it still let me work over? A little bit. Still not loving the join. It's a bit obvious, the join, isn't it? It's a shame there's no white in this little kit, because that would have been perfect. What could I use for a white over the top of it? This, I think, is my Holbein white. That may do nothing at all, because this is a strange surface. Maybe it's softening it. I think it's helped a little bit, hasn't it? Might just be imagining it. Am I dreaming it? Yeah, I think it does get to the point where you're getting a bit of build up, like now when I start to work over there. It's kind of breaking the surface up a little bit. So yeah, there's a point where you can no longer layer your Coupys over anymore. I'm guessing this would work with very similar oil pastels if you've got something that you can sharpen. I have the Caran d'Ache ones, the Caran d'Ache Neos, that Neo 1's. I think these feel a bit softer than them, I think, but I think the lay down on the Neos is a little bit more even than this maybe. But I know they do these in quite big sets, so I thought if I like them, not sure I'm anywhere near deciding to buy any more yet, but I thought if they are useful, something that offers a lot of colours is always appealing for me, because I do like having a lot of choice. Yeah, I don't think I want the dark much further in. Just put a very thin layer of the purple on. I'll go over with the darker blue of the two. Perhaps should have just used the blender over it. Should I try that anyway? Don't know. I have to put some paper under it if I do that, because it will go through, I think. Back with the light one. Coloured in his eyeglass, what an idiot. Don't have I got my little rubber. Doesn't want the blue in his eye, that's just silly. Right, I am gonna bind it, I think. I need to put some paper under there first. Might regret it because I've already messed about here, so it may not look the same in that bit, but yeah, we'll risk it, So I may have to, at some point, stop doing this colouring, because my husband's car has gone in for a service and we are awaiting the call to go and pick it up. So if it suddenly clips at a funny point, that's why. If I appear to have returned on a different day or something bizarre like that, that is why. Oh yeah, I think I prefer it once you've used the blender pen over it. See less of the paper texture. I think this is my preferred choice. My only worry is this pen feels like it could well run out. I've got some of that liquid. What's it called? What? Oh, excuse my creaky chair. This stuff, zest it. I can never remember, so I can't. I could add some more of that, although it stinks a bit, doesn't it? Not that this doesn't smell now, but yeah, I think I prefer it when it's got the original formula in. Can't speak today. Just have to clean it a bit, I think, before I go into the light a bit. Otherwise, I'll lose the light blue, which I don't want to. Yeah, it's definitely running out this pan. Uh-oh. Might get it finished. Might. Oh, I've got that bit to do though as well. I don't know. It's a nice quick background anyway, isn't it? Not too difficult. And then, again, I'll just clean it off a bit before I go in the light blue. So it doesn't want to clean. It's still coming out purple. It'll be forever purple. So yeah, I am back at school. Yeah. Not finding it easy to find moments to colour, and then my eyes are quite tired by the time I've got home and driven home and all of that. Done some, but it's not as much fun as it is doing it in your free time when you're not tired. And yeah, my dog's decided to be ill again this week. Happy days. Yeah, I'm not too sad. It's come through a little bit, look, on the other side, but not too badly. That's a nice quick background. I'm wondering now if we put another layer on. Will it take it? Yes, it will. Should just leave it at this point, but yeah. I'm half wondering about a little bit of black. Might try that. I should try it. Try it in this bit by the curtain. Oh yeah, it's still a bit textured. Oh yeah, I like it with the black on. We'll add some more. Might try and blend it in as well. They're certainly not as easy to control as a pencil. Do I want some there? And that black goes a lot lighter once you've dissolved it. Yeah, it's basically vanished, doesn't it? Look. Dissolve it all. Maybe I'll work a bit of pencil over the top. So yeah, purples and the blues are light. Black does not dissolve well. It just vanishes. There's my little bit of scrap. I feel like it's all stuck on there. Feels like it's built up a bit on the nib. Yeah, the black did not like being dissolved. The others were okay though. Okay, so what have we got? So I've got a pair of curtains, top hat, which is going to be black, but I'm tempted to not use this black on it now, and there's no grey in here. Bunny has no grey. Maybe this set's not going to work, is it, for this drawing, because there's no greys. I've only got brown for Mr. Bunny, or he could be these nice bright colours. Maybe we'll just use them for the background. Well, I'll do it for this floor. So I've got a floor and a little key, some cards. Don't think I want anything too heavily dark on the floor. How creamy is this looking? Oh, it's very pale. Not much pigment in that. I don't think I want the colour that colour. What's the brown like? Let's have a look. Oh, it's not too dark, is it? We'll go with the brown, even though I'm not loving it. But we'll block it in, and then it's going to need something over it, I think, for a bit of interest. What's it like dissolved? Where else is the floor there? This bunny's not looking so well at the bottom here. Okay. Maybe we'll try a bit of black over it. It's going to be a bit flat looking otherwise, I think. And get a little bit of shadow in. It's not too bad. Must admit, I do like how they feel on the Amazon paper, but maybe a pack of 12 is not the best colour palette to try and do an entire page with. Yeah, I prefer it with a little bit of black in. Let's add some over here. And on his tail. Under the curtains. Where else is floor? A little bit there. Playing cards. I think that's another card there, isn't it? I've got the bit at the foot, and then there's a little gap. Oh, I think that's the edge of that, so maybe that bit needs to be purple. Because that's that ring that runs round. So I need the purple back. Where's it gone? There. Oop, dropping them. Come back. Uh-oh. Colouring in the curtain, not the purple bit. Black again. And back in with the blender. Ooh, get the lid off it. Okay, so we've got the biggest spaces done. Flooring's not perhaps the most exciting colour, but you know, it's okay, isn't it? Okay, so curtains, I'm definitely going to go red. I'm going to keep the brown and the black out, I think, for a bit of shadow in the red. So, do this side first. So look what we've got going on. So we've got, yeah, I kind of wish I'd brought a pat that had a white in these. That would have been sensible to dry the white, because normally I'd use the white over that. Tricky. That peachy tone, that's quite pale, isn't it? Maybe that would work. Oh, this has got so little pigment in it, this peachy. It's very hard to make a mark with it. Do I want to put the brown on? No, clean it. Oh, I just need to put that on the red. Oh, what an idiot. Absolutely still full of black. Yeah, the downside of my dog being ill is obviously it's fine if you've got a cat, they'll use a litter tray on it, but a dog, no, you've got to get up and let them out, otherwise you're cleaning it up. wherever it is, and most of my house is carpet, so getting up is our only option, even if you're asleep in bed, which does leave you feeling a bit tired. So yeah, my brain's not quite working on all cylinders at the moment. I'm not super loving my curtains so far. It's taking quite a bit of effort, isn't it? Brown just doesn't show up on it at all. Very difficult to get any shadow. I'll live with that. I'll live with that. I'm just going to tilt you a little bit. I'll continue my curtain up here. But yeah, she seems to be a bit better today, thankfully. She's just very sleepy now. She's asleep next to me. You probably hear a sigh at some point. She likes sighing. But yeah, she's pretty tired. It's the downside, I think, of sending her to daycare when I'm at work. She loves it because she's mixing with lots of other dogs, but obviously if there's a bug, they all get it. She was fine on Tuesday when she went. Wednesday, not fine. Do I like that? Kind of not. So I'm basically just trying to keep a highlight in the folds of the curtain so it looks like there's a kind of darker section where the creases are, and then a bit of a highlighted section at the top where it's a bit easier to get light on the curtain. But it is not so easy in these little small spaces. I think I might just go over with a little bit of a coloured pencil over the top just to get it how I want it, but it's giving a good base, isn't it, that I can work into, and they are pretty quick to work with is the advantage. Do I try sharpening it though, because as you can see it's quite round now compared to my Holbeins that are out for another page that I'm in the middle of. do this little bit first, and then I've never sharpened these yet, so I have no idea how difficult it might be. I don't think I fancy putting this in my doll, because I might try that little sharpener that's in it. Gosh, you really have to push this one to get anything out of it at all. It's funny because these feel like they've got a lot of pigment in, but this one, number 7, yeah, it's like working with nothing. Just doesn't want to put any colour down at all. Really having to press hard. And as you can see, there's not a huge amount coming out. No points for going out the line again. Fortunately, rubs off very easily. It's okay, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to do the other one, but I'm going to try and sharpen it. Dare I? Where's this thing? Can get it out. I need a pot to sharpen it into. Let's move them. Oop. Oh, will it go? It will go in. Ah! I didn't want to drop that. Oh, it sharpens quite easily. Look at that. It's like the plastic from the outer shell of it. But it comes off super easy. It's not too bad, that. I was expecting that to be a little bit harder. I might do the brown. Now I realise it's easy. There's something quite satisfying about sharpening these. Although I'm guessing they're not going to last very long if you sharpen them a lot. Probably better value not to sharpen them. Okay, so what do I want? Let's move them two for now. Oh yeah, it's a bit easier sharpened. Can actually get in the little spaces a bit better. Is that curtain? Oh no, that bit's purple. But that's quite small as well, so an excuse to sharpen this one. Yay! It's just so satisfying how they sharpen. Apart from getting it everywhere, as usual. Yep. Right. So this little bit is purple. And this little bit is also purple. A little bit black as well, I think. Although I don't want it too black near the top hat, because that's obviously going to be black as well. definitely want that bit darker, I think. I think I prefer it darker. Yeah, right, back with the red. A bit of trim. What did I do? This side. Might make the middles red. Maybe gold trim will have. Seems appropriate for a stage, doesn't it? Brown. And this colour that's got no colour in it. How's it looking? Yeah, it's okay. Right, sorry, just gonna tilt it a little bit just so it's a bit easier to get in. Now, where do I want the highlights here? So I'm gonna have that bit in shadow because it's at the top. Maybe that bit. Be just my I drop that colour and it makes a mark even though I can't make a mark with it when I want. And then we'll put that one over. So I pushed them bits off. You can get the hang of them a little bit more now. So I just need a little bit on this bottom bit of the trim. Okay, so what have I got left? Table, hat, bunnies, bunnies clothing, cards, flowers. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably going to try and do the hat. Mind you, I've got no grey, which is going to be a problem with the hat. Not going to be able to do the hat, am I? I'll try and do his clothes, I think, and maybe the flowers, and we'll put some on the stars. But I think I'm not going to try and do fur with these. I think that might be pushing it. If I had a grey one of these, I think I would do the hat, but because I haven't, it's going to make it difficult. Or should we try it? Decisions. Okay, I think I've decided that I'm going to cheat. That's the decision I've made too. So I have these ones I did mention earlier, Neocolor 1's. So these are not water-based at all. As you can see, they are water resistant. They're not the same as the Sakura Coupys that I've just been using, but I thought I might get away with adding in the grey. We'll see. And I might also cheat and try a bit of the white, because that, I know I'm off camera with it a little bit, aren't I? But as you can see, I have not used these very much at all. Had them quite a while. Oh, there's two greys. Is that another grey? Light grey, yeah. So I think I'm going to cheat and steal the greys out of there for my hat. And curious to see how well these work together to try and do my little magician's hat. Just get some of the bits off, because obviously these are a bit waxy, all of it, so just start to shed a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to have a go on the hat and see how well these two play out together. Crossing my fingers that this doesn't now turn into a duster. Hopefully it should be fine, because I know they both will dissolve with the Derwent blender, so worst case, if I can't get them to work how I want them with them dry, hopefully if I blend them, that will make a difference. Crossing fingers, obviously. I'm going to put quite a bit of the black on, because I know the black doesn't seem to stay very well when we dissolve it. Right, trying this one, which is just grey. No, it's not focusing very well for you, is it? No, it does not want to focus. Oh, there you go. Grey. It's because I'm too far away, apparently. Let's see. Oh no, they work okay. They work alright over the top. Just obviously this is considerably more blunt than these that I was using, so it's not as easy to be as precise with them as I have been doing with the little Coupy ones. And we'll try the other one, which was a light grey. But yeah, again, I've had these ages and ages, the Neo ones. Yeah, just not really. I suppose I'd never considered dissolving them before. It does make them a bit more of a usable thing, doesn't it? Because I don't love the waxy feel they leave, if that's how you were leaving them. Yeah, they seem to work okay together, these things. Dare I try and blend them? Let's put them on the pile down. think I'll work from the middle out, because otherwise that black's going to overpower everything, I think. Yeah, that's alright. It's not too bad, is it? It's a little bit odd there at the top. Not quite know. I think I took the black a bit over. A bit too far there. Maybe a little bit of the lighter colour might help. Yeah, this is the downside of these, and not as quite as precise. And look, I've gone over the line a bit. I think I'll live with it. Overall. Yeah, I think I'm fairly happy with that. I doubt very much any of that will come off because I've got used the blender. Yeah. Okay, it's not too bad though, is it? So I've got the rim of the hat to do. Get quite dark near the bunny, I think, is what I'm going to do. Yeah. And then we'll go in with the darker. Can probably sharpen these as well, but feels a bit wasteful. This one I could do with being a bit sharper, otherwise we're liable to go out of the hat. Yeah, might have managed really. Yeah, I'm quite pleased they've worked together okay. A little wand would be black, wouldn't it? Not risking the blender pen on this little tiny wand because that's quite thin and this nib is quite fat. I do have a little thin one somewhere, but I think it's run out and I can't lay my hand on it at the minute anyway. Don't know where I've put it. Anyway, so that's going to have to stay like that because I'm too chicken to do anything about it. Okay, got the little ribbon And I'm thinking I might do the ribbon the same colour that I do the flowers and that I use in the stars, so you kind of have the same colour popping through. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the orange number 5 and yellow number 3 out of these in the flowers, and we'll finish the hat off first. I was thinking blue on this hat, but no, it's not going to be blue, it's going to be this colour. I'll be amazed if this pen doesn't run out before I finish this page. But I've kind of wrecked it anyway. I'll stay with the nib of it now. It's pretty much just all black. Oh well. I think it has used a little bit of, I think it has just added a little bit of black on my yellow, but hopefully not when it dries. I think it might have though. Annoying. And then I'm going to do the flowers. I got a red, I have, haven't I? I've done with it. As is typical of me, I've just got stuff all over my desk because I was already in the middle of another page and now I've just started this one. So I think I'm going to have a little bit of red in these centres of the flowers. Then orange. It's quite a light orange, this, compared to the red that's in this set, because the red is, it looks quite bright when you see it in the pencil, but then when you're using it, it's actually quite a dark red really. But like I say, this is only a little 12 set, just because I was curious to see what they were like. And then a little bit in the petals as well of the orange. I need to sharpen this one. Love them when they're sharpened. Nice. It's not going to focus, but there you go. Yeah, that's pretty pointy. Trying to be gentle with it now so it doesn't just snap. Because I can be a bit heavy-handed with things. over with the yellow, which again is going to need a sharpen. I don't think I'm going to risk the blender pen on these little petals because they're so small. I think I'm liable just to make them end up bleeding into each other, so I think we'll live with that as it is. Then I'm thinking maybe a bit of red in that bit of the hat now I'm looking at it. So it doesn't want to layer. Yeah, quite a few bits. What else? The little stars. So I'm probably going to put a bit of gel pen on the stars. So maybe I shouldn't put this on, because this is quite waxy and that's probably going to cause a problem. Now I'll leave the stars, I'll do the chords instead, I think. See, I knew I'd snap that end. It's a bit too sharp, that. Although I could have done with it being that sharp without snapping to do this bit. And then back in with the yellow. Do the same for these bits on the curtains, I think. Yeah, this red does not like going over the orange. Kind of resisting it a little bit. Trying to not have my hand in the way now, which is easier said than done. I have to just turn so I can get in there a bit. do his jacket in these colours as well. I'm going to put the red in first though this time, because it doesn't seem to like going over the top of these two. Not quite sure why, but just because I want bits of his jacket to have a bit more shadow and shape. A bit under his hanky, I think. And that will go in with the orange. Again, not the best blend because this orange is a bit light really, but must admit I do really like the feel of them on this paper. I think they do prefer something with a bit of tooth on it, and obviously Amazon paper does have a bit of texture, so I think they do feel nice on it. Just think they're a little bit lacking in pigment here and there. Like this could do with being a bit stronger, but maybe in the bigger pack there is a stronger orange. Who knows? Not me at the moment. Let's try the yellow. Yeah, I'd like them to have blended a little bit more. Where's my... just see if I can sway it a bit. No. Might try the white. Let's try that. Don't know if I like that either. Maybe I should just live with what I've done. What is that? Is that his hand? Oh, that's his hand behind his back, isn't it? His paw. Just using the white just to knock the red just down a little bit, because it's very strong compared to the orange and the yellow. Just want the transition to be a bit smoother really. Yeah, it's alright. I might do his little inside of his coat red. Oh, is that the sleeve? I think it is, isn't it? then back in with the white just to, again, just help them blend a bit and knock that red down a bit. Is there any other bits of his jacket that I'm missing? So it's got like a collar that runs all the way to the bottom, and obviously a stripe on the ends of his arms as well, so I need something as a contrast. Don't want purple or blue because that's behind him. This is where it's a problem, because this is what I've got left. Can't use the blues because I've got all this blue and purple behind him, so it kind of leaves me with dark green, light green or pink. Well, I suppose I've not used any green. Pink might work. You know, I'm going to be predictable and go with a pink, but it needs to sharpen because I've clearly mulled with it before. Something so satisfying about sharpening these. Just sharpen them all away just for the fun of it. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit of red on the inside of this collar. And then, oh, this is not a very strong pink. It's going to need a lot of layers. Not sure pink was the right colour. That's what I've got now. And then the same on this side, oh, there's hardly, only a very narrow little sliver. And then yeah, getting there slowly. So I think I'm going to do his little buttons and his little cufflinks in a gel pen when we're done. But I do need to do his little hanky. I'm thinking I'm going to keep using these two for his little hanky. And we'll leave the little spots white, I think. A little polka dot hanky. Now, tie needs to match. Got anything? Oh, he's got little trousers on as well, hasn't he? I think he can have blue trousers. It's far enough away from the background. Or I'm hoping they are. Let's just sharpen them a bit. Oops, stay there. Nope, it's going to roll off while I do the other one. There we are. Okay. It's just little bits everywhere, everywhere. From sharpening more than from using them. Right, let's do his little trousers. There. What about the white bits? I'm thinking maybe the greys. And I'm also thinking I might have to risk sharpening these because that is not gonna... they won't fit in the sharpener. It's gonna be a problem. Oh, will they fit in this one? Well, they might fit in this one, might they? Please fit. Oh yes, it will. Yay! Now I really have got bits everywhere. Right. So I'm back in with my Neo 1. What colour was this? Grey. I'll find the labelly bit now. Oh yeah, just grey. Come on. There you go. Grey. For the other stripe in his trousers. I don't think a colour would have been a bit much there. And I'm going to need the lighter one. Take a bit of sharpening these. And then I'm just going to use the white again, just to soften them bits. And then what I'll do is a little belt in blue. Okay. So, I've got bunnies to do, clearly. I've got this weird stripe in between the backdrop and the floor, haven't we? Cards that are clearly going to need to be red for the hearts. It's going to be tricky. These are tiny. They're even more tiny. Definitely going to need to sharpen. That's not going to get. I'm not even sure it'll get in when I have sharpened it into those little things. They're so small. Managed to stay in. Diamonds. Also pretty tiny. And then we've got clubs, nothing. King. Okay, so I need the black sharp as well. Do these ones first. I don't know what that is. Is it a queen? Not sure how I'm going to colour these. I suppose they've still got to be either red or black, haven't they? So we'll do one red. It's going to be just a blob. A blob, afraid. And one black. Then I think wrong sharpener. I think I'm just going to use this kind of peachy colour to just put a bit of shading on them so they're not all looking super white. Could have used the grey, I suppose, really, but maybe just a little bit of shadow with the brown, except it doesn't want to work. Yeah. So, table feels like a wooden table, but I don't think I want to do it in this brown because the floor's brown. So, what am I going to do it in? Well, the only colours I've got left I've not used are these, and that is a very bright green. I think I might go with this darker green. I'll just see what its colour this is like on the stems, because the colour they're going to have to be green though, so let's see what it's like. Yeah, it's quite emerald. Try a little bit of that over the top. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the green because it's all I've got left. Could go back with blue, I suppose. Blue table, green table. I think I'm going to use both of these, blue and green. Might regret this decision in a minute, but we'll see. Don't hate it. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. I can't tell you how much I find it difficult being confined to 12 colours. Well, I've already cheated if I brought the greys in, but strictly speaking, they're tones. But I'm still cheating, so. Yeah, don't mind those together. Do I want on the edge? The blue on the edge. Is that a bit weird? Maybe. Just blend it in a bit with the white. Yeah, don't love the table. I think I'm going to have to use a bit of black on it. It's a bit... Yeah, it's not really showing up. Oh, I think I've made a mess of the table. Not loving it. Might have to resort to blending it a bit. Although I think it's better with the black on, and I think the black will probably vanish a bit when I try and blend. Yeah, it's... It's not too bad, is it? Living with it. Gonna call that bit done. Even though I don't like it. I don't like the table, but it's just tough. I'll do it the other way around. I think I'll put the black on before the green this time. I think I'll try the lighter green. It's a bit of a weird looking table. Not done any shadow on that bit. There's my white. Do I want to put any of the dark green on it? Doesn't completely match without it, does it? So I'm going to have to put a little bit on. Not that it wants to. I'm resisting a bit. Well, it's different. It's different, nothing else. Okay, so I think I've got pretty much now just bunnies, this stripe. Maybe I'll do that with the gel pens as well, the stripe. But we've got, oh, I've got a little band on his tie. How did I miss that earlier? Dope. That's it, isn't it? Got that stripe, his bunny, bunny tail, bunny in there. Now, am I going to do the bunny in these? Not going to be the easiest, I don't think. Okay, I've got my cheats pad out again. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm too chicken to have got fur without something a bit easier to blend. So I think I'm gonna cheat and take all of these out my Neo colours. So I've got, let's find the label, which I can never find. I've got ochre, I've got salmon, I've got brown, I've got russet, and last but not least, raw umber. I'm just going to pause and sharpen them all because they're all very blunt, and I shall be back. Okay, so I've got a handful of sharp ones. I've also pulled out the two greys, so the light grey and grey, and definitely the white. So I'm pretty much cheating with all the bunnies to try and fill them in. So I'm thinking the little bunnies I'm going to do just with the greys. I'm thinking the main bunnies I'll do with all these brown tones that I've got out, so they're slightly different. So I'm going to do this cheeky one in the hat first. I don't think I'm going to try and do kind of fur marks because these are just too soft to do that with. And a bit of pink for his little ear, I think. And his little nose pink as well, not that you can see very much of it. Right. I'm not going to dissolve all of this that I've just put on the little rabbit, but there's some bits of white paper that I don't want to keep, so just so we're getting rid of the texture a little bit. Yeah. One down. Let's do the little one at the bottom. He looks like he's got a little black eye or something, this one, just to make life difficult. Let's do it as a black eye. Where's the actual black? We'll have him like he's got a little black patch. His little paw. What's happened to this little bunny? That's what I want to know. Looks like he's just been discarded. You're rubbish. We want his little pink ears again. And pinky nose. Might put a little bit on his little feet as well. I want the white. just gonna, again, it's quite textured, as I think you can kind of see. And I'd rather it wasn't quite like that, but I don't want to put too much of the pastel on because it then gets very waxy on the page. So I'd rather just dissolve what's already there, although it is a bit tricky in some of these little spaces. I don't really want to spread it too much. Yeah, I think this is running out now. Right. Okay. Got his little tail. What we're going to do is tail. Maybe just put a little bit there. Throw in them. I've literally got, look, stuff all over this where I keep sharpening and doing all sorts. Leaning. Put my hand on the page, lean on it, smudge it. I think that's enough for his little tail, isn't it? Oh, I've not done his little feet. How did I manage to not do his feet? He's got the little white feet. There we go. So, we've got main bunny. Main bunny. I'm still half tempted to do him grey. But I want him different from the other two. Let's have a look. Right, painted the grey. It's quite yellow, that, isn't it? No, that's too yellow. This is basically like this, but much stronger. Salmon. I don't think I want him salmon either. And these feel very dark. Maybe I should just go with the greys. If only I could hear you, what you think. I think I'm going to stay in the grey family. I don't think I love them. So I'll stick with all these that I've got. So 2 greys, a black and a white. And bits literally everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to go with the black first. Although I don't think I'm going to do him very dark in many places. Just a tiny bit of shadow here and there. Excuse me. What else? Maybe a little bit under there. Under his glasses a bit. So the little paw is around the back there. Oh, sorry. Tickly throat. Just back again after having a coughing fit. Oh, goodness. I think it's the heat with having the lamps on. That being back at school and having spent the week shouting, I suppose is the answer to that. Not shouting, but I have quite a long room, so when you're giving instructions, yeah, it takes a toll on your throat somewhat when we're packing away and things. And it's complaining a little bit. I have no idea whether rabbits have a bit pink on their toes, but they're getting a little bit of pink on their toes. Where else do I want this? Around here. Swap up to the lighter one. And then back to the white, I think. Maybe needs a bit more of a mid grey. What do I think? That needs to be a bit darker there. Yeah, I think I'm glad I didn't do him brown. I think he's better, this colour. Perhaps should have just left him white, really. You usually use a white bunny, don't you? magic tricks. There's my purple rolled off too. A little bit in these glasses. Let's get this back. Just thinking I need to put some pattern in those cards. What sort is, well, if this pen will work, I'll smooth him out a little bit. But there we go. It's not quite as smooth as I'd like in some sections, but it's not for moving. Just add a little bit more. Very difficult to get any texture marks in because it's kind of resisting a little bit now, but a little bit, isn't there? I just want a little bit of grey in his eye, I think. I think possibly. Have that in yellow as well. Okay, so I think I'm at the point where I am done with the oil pastels. of the two types that I've had. So obviously I've had new colours out, and I've done Sakura Coupies, and that's all I've used up to this point. I think what I'm going to get out now, I'm just going to have a clear down on here because there's just stuff everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to get some gel pens out and some paint pens just to finish a few little bits off. But yeah, nearly done. Back in 2 seconds. Okay, so I've got out my Deca Gel Star Sparks and my Lightwish 48 24 markers, 48 colours sets. Used these loads since they've sent me them. Yeah, slowly becoming my favourite marker just because this is such a handy little set. So I'm thinking just with the light grey, I want to take a little bit of the line work out from the bunny, but I've not decided which one. So I've still got my little scribbly, not that one, that is not the colour we want. Okay, that one's quite light, that one's darker, so I'll use this one, I think. I'll just bring you in a bit, even though it's deciding to unfocus. So I'm not going to go mad and take out loads of lines, but just to make a bit more of a feature of the magician, I'm going to do a little bit of his lines. Not going to completely get rid of them, you'll still see them a little bit, it's just knocking them back a little bit really. And in some places I've gone over with the white, with the oil pastel, because I couldn't really stop myself because the space was so small with a pastel. So it kind of just tidy up where in places I've missed. Wasn't totally sure how well these would go over all the oil, but so far so good. Sorry, I have to tilt you just a bit. Don't want to get rid of his glasses, need to be careful there. But yeah, just tidy up that top line because some of it I'd gone over, some of it I hadn't. We'll do his nose in a minute with a pink. I don't want to take too much of his chin out, or his little fur shape might actually go in and add a bit more fur in a minute. And that's it for most of him. Do his little paw. Anything else? Oh yeah, his little bunny tail. His little feet. What else? A little bunny. I think what I'll do is little red tie. Red in these is a little bit dark though. I did do a lot of that in pink, didn't I? How dark is that? No, I might get away with at least the inner bit. It will go over. I need a lighter pink, I think. I don't really want to get the wax in the nibs. I don't think there's a huge amount more I want to take out really. Maybe just a bit of the yellow around the edge, but I'm going to swap because yellows are tricky to cover. I'm going to swap to my Tulia art. One of these, yeah, that one. So if you have this set, it's number 3, which is Sunflower. I have a love-hate relationship with these. When they work, they're amazing, absolutely love them. Sadly, will they stay working? That is the problem I always have with them. I do like the colours that they have. It's a bit of a shake, feels a bit watery. See if that's how better. Yeah, like the colours in them. It's much more opaque paint than these ones that I was just using. And for most colours that doesn't bother me, but yellow, I don't want to have to do loads of layers. So hence I got the box of yellows and the Tulia Archer. But I've literally only used this one so far. I haven't swatched him, not going to swatch them. I'm only literally going to open them as I use them in an attempt to keep them working for as long as possible. I need an orangey for that little bit. I'll do the top of this jacket. think I'm going to do the little key gold with the deco sparks I've got out. I've not done those little cards, have I? Forgotten. What an idiot. I'll just put all these back. What colour? Let's do red. Right, what else? Oh, just a bit of orange in there, I think. I'll go back to my usual ones. How orange is that? That might be alright. Oh, it's not covering it very well. Probably enough, isn't it? I think I shall probably leave it at that. Yep. I think we'll leave the acrylic pens at that point. We'll just do... Ooh! I'll chuck them everywhere because I'm clumsy idiot. Pop them back in. Right, let's get these out. Ugh. Just knocking my light over now like an idiot. Okay, so my deco gels are these ones. So I'm literally just going to go with the gold and the yellow, I think. Might have the orange out as well. We'll do that. Let's get that out of the way. So I'm going to put a little bit of the orange in the bottom of the stars, I think. Break you in a little bit. I do love these pens, they just work so nicely. I'm just hoping that putting them near this wax is not a bad idea, that it doesn't start getting in the nibs, because these so far flow so lovely. Risking them on a waxy page. In there as well. Then I want the yellow one. The little labels on these are tiny if it wants to focus. Come on. You know you want to. Yeah. Basically here on top of the barcodes, but they're little weeny things. I'm going to do the yellow one, I think. In. Just overlap it into the orange. Quite like that. Not sure this Amazon paper's going to quite like it, but it goes a bit lumpy, it goes a bit lumpy. lost that little star in all that purple. It's got buried in all my purple. Yep. So yeah, quite nice and sparkly. I'll have a little bit of this in there as well. Then I think I'm gonna, oh in fact I'll do that key in that yellow as well. And then I've just got this little stripe that I'm going to do in the gold. It's not the best angle to get in. So this little bit in the curtain. Is that it? Oh, his little buttons and his cufflinks. We'll have gold spots on his hanky. Why not? He's Mr. Showbiz. And then I just think I want a little bit of white. So Posca, this is a PC1M. Where else? Tap his little nose. I'll be careful I don't put my hand in wet gel pen now, which is what I normally do because I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, I want to just do a little bit on the top of his little tail and that one as well. See, I'll just put my hand in it. So far I've escaped somehow. little whiskers, haven't they? Could do with bringing them back. Don't want anything. I might cheat and use one pencil, cut a whole line, as it just happens to be out on my desk. It's the only pencil I've used. Oh no, I used that white briefly, didn't I, as well? Didn't really work though, did it? I might just go back over his glasses actually. I don't want to lose those. Okay. I think I'm calling that done. As you can see, got bits everywhere, all over it. When you see it again on finished pages, I might have put a layer of acrylic paint on the back to disguise my mess that I've got all over it, downside of oil pastels. But yeah, I'm fairly pleased with that, considering it's pretty much all in oil pastel with just a bit of glitter and gem on top and a little bit of paint pen. But yeah, I've quite enjoyed that little page. Yeah, it's come out okay, isn't it? But yeah, this is my second page in. I can't shut it because it's still wet. But second page, look at the state of oil pastel bits everywhere. RJ Hampson, lost and found my new trick page in Sakura Coupy pencils and Neo 1's mainly, as you saw. I hope this has been of interest to you. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, let me know. What would you like me to do of these kind of things? I don't do a huge amount of colour alongs. But yeah, let me know if there's something you particularly want, or I'll see if there's a consensus. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.